Hi there, everybody. Welcome to another album review. My name is Christian Eschbach.
This is Pandora. This is Pandora cleaning herself. Any questions? All right, let's carry on. Okay, so see if you can ignore my cat in the background. We're talking about Bruce Dickinson, the Mandrake Project. Oh, there is so much to say about this album. All right. Um, and not a lot to say at the same time. Wow. Okay. First thing I'm going to get into, I hate the way they put the track listing on here. So you see this and you would think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Standard, Western world reading left to right. No, 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 no. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't like it. It's annoying. Unnatural. Um, I'm going to say this flat out right here at the beginning. Bruce, I don't want to say that Bruce has lost it, but Bruce is not the air raid siren anymore. Bruce has old man voice. Definitely the early stages of old man voice. And all guys go through this eventually. If you live long enough, your voice just, you can't hit the highs anymore. It's really weird because you lose your lower register when you're talking, and you get more of a higher register when you're talking. Kind of get that wispy kind ofness to it. But when it comes to singing, it goes the opposite. You kind of lose your higher register, and when you try and go in the higher register, you can really hear the old kind of sound in it. But you can still, maintain singing in lower registers without it getting overly noticeable. And that was right away. That was something I noticed really quickly on this album. Is just Bruce has got old man voice starting up. And on some of the songs on here, not a big deal. On other songs, I really honestly notice it. And I even started noticing it back when Tracy and I went and saw Iron Maiden. Would have been the summer before all the lockdowns started happening. So I want to say 2019. And I was noticing it there, but he was still doing songs that he really shouldn't have been able to do. Like, he did Flight of Icarus, which is, a song that, no one think he could do anymore. He did it well, but you could still hear it in his voice. It's really evident here. I'm going to stop going on about his voice now. Let's get into the actual music. The music, there are a few tracks on here that kind of stand out a little bit, and I go, cool, okay. And they're not bad tunes, but for the most part, the music is really kind of stock for Bruce. There's a couple tracks on here that are pretty good and make me perk up a little bit, but not all that much, really. This feels like it was Bruce writing an album kind of to write an album. I hate to say it, this honestly kind of feels like a COVID album to me. That's the best way to describe it. It's a little late to be classified as a COVID album as it is a 2024 release, but that's how it feels to me. It feels like it's a COVID album. The album opens up with Afterglow of Ragnarok, which isn't bad. It's a decent start to the album, but it'll tell you everything I've already said. Then it goes to Many Doors to Hell, which you blink and you miss it. Like, I really, it has not stood out to me once yet while listening to this album. I've been really trying with this album. I mean, really trying. Then we get to Rain on the Graves. This is the first song on the album I actually really, really enjoy. But that voice thing I was talking about, when he gets going on the repetitive Rain on the Graves, you can really hear it in his voice. Not that he's struggling, but he's not hitting those notes like he should be. The nice part about Rain on the Graves, though, is it has a more laid back kind of rocky, more of a heavy rock as opposed to a heavy metal. Like a hard rock. No, I don't want to say hard rock, but definitely more of a heavy rock. It's really thick. more, like kind of Essence of Sabbath, sort of. Uh, yeah. Essence of Sabbath. I want to say more Dio Sabbath than Ozzy Sabbath. Then we go to Resurrection Men, and I don't mind Resurrection Men. This one's pretty decent. Good follow up to Rain on the Graves. Kind of gets the flow going. But after that, it kind of falters again. Finger in the Wounds isn't bad, but it's not spectacular. And then I hit Eternity Has Failed, and this one really kind of sent me for a little bit of a loop. Um, because I knew, like, when it started up, I'm like, I've heard this before. This is a Maiden track, and that's because you have the Book of Souls and the first track, If Eternity Should Fail. This is Eternity Has Failed. So basically the follow-up, but instead of doing a follow-up on a Maiden album, the follow-up was on the Mandrake Project, and realistically the whole way around, I don't think it really did all that much for me. I can't remember which track it is. I don't remember if it was Resurrection Men or if it was Finger in the Wounds. Might have even been one of the slightly later tracks, but Chemical Wedding. Like the actual song Chemical Wedding Day, it really had me kind of go, really? Um, so that was a thing on here too. And because I don't even remember which album or which track it was, that tells you how little that song honestly stood out to me, other than to say, oh wait, yeah, that sounds a little like Chemical Wedding. Um, Mistress of Mercy, whatever. Face It in the Mirror, kind of whatever. Shadow of the Gods wasn't too bad. And then the album finishes off with Sonata Immortal Beloved, which I do enjoy the big instrumentation on it going out towards the end. But outside of that, this album really was a letdown for me. I just, I've covered everything for Bruce Dickinson at this point. And out of everything I've covered, I don't know, but I want to kind of almost say that this was like Skunkworks level. I mean, a little bit better than Skunkworks, but not really all that impressive. Sorry about the beeping. I had to go take care of food in the oven. Um, so I am really glad that I did not pick up the special edition set that was released. Big fancy box, blah, blah, blah. It's like 50, $60 or something like that. And I'm glad I waited for this one at $20. The whole way around, I'm not even going to recommend this at $20. If you can find a used copy for $5 or $10 and you want to complete out your collection, go for it. If you are a completionist, you're going to have to go pick up the album just because, you're a completionist. But I'm really not overly impressed with this album. It's. I know I said Skunkworks, and I really wasn't a fan of Skunkworks, and I'm really not overly big on this one. I'm not. Biggest disappointment since Skunkworks. That's what I'm going to say. And as much as I want to say that, I want to see Bruce go out on top, so he should do one more album, unless he's going to do like a rock album, a pure rock album, like a rock blues album, something more in line with Rain on the Graves or, some of his earlier stuff like Tattooed Millionaire maybe, or Skunkworks, but the alternate songs from Skunkworks, the ones that were all on the B-sides that were left off the album, not the ones that were actually on the album. If you did another album like that, a really good fun rock album, nothing overly serious or whatnot, just one last time go there, rock it the hell out, maybe. But otherwise, no, I think that's it. I think Bruce should be done. Trying to get through the closing without sneezing, couldn't do it. All right, folks. So let me know what you think down below in the comment section. That's what the comment section is for. Am I being too hard on this album or not being hard enough? I don't know. Let me know what you think. A couple links on your way down there as well. Check those out. There's a like button, subscribe button, bell for notification. If you can hit those, that would really help. And I appreciate it. Thank you. Otherwise, folks, peace, love, take care.